Well, good morning, Glue Troopers. Max of Max's Models here in beautiful Worcester, Massachusetts. And I had thought about going out to make an arrangement to visit with Nick Argento over at Glencoe Models since they're here in Worcester. But this was a last second trip, no time to arrange anything, and I have to catch a crew van pretty soon. So, well, that's the way it goes. Anyway, they got me thinking about Glencoe Models because I have not seen any of their stuff on the shelf in a long time. The only place I remember seeing it was with Cult TV Man at Model Palooza and at the Red Caboose in Midtown Manhattan. So I need to get up with Nick and see who handles his distribution because I told the local hobby shop they might consider getting a few, but none of their vendors seem to handle them, although you can order online direct from Glencoe. But anyway, hopefully at some point I'll be able to get up with Nick for an interview. I think it'd be great for the Glue Troopers to, maybe see behind the scenes in a model factory or just chat with somebody who's been in the business a long time. I really do love these companies like Glencoe and Atlantis that repop the older kits. Maybe it's for nostalgia, but the kits themselves are really cool. And I went over to a little local diner by the hotel called the Kenmore Diner, which is an all-American diner. And while I was in there, the chef and the cook and a couple of patrons got into it, and it was like an episode of Grumpy Old Men. And so I was like, hey, dinner and a show. In this case, breakfast and a show. But anyway, I have to catch a van here shortly and drive to Boston and finish out my flying day. But it just got me wondering about the kit models that Glencoe, I know they used to do big box stores, and I was wondering if, where we might find some of them on the shelf. If you see any Glencoe kits on the shelf, just let me know. I'm a little curious how they're distributing and why we're not seeing them on the shelves. I know it's one of the lesser known companies even in the hobby world, but they make a lot of really cool stuff, and I'd love to see more of it in circulation. Also, while I was down in the lobby, I bumped into a coworker who told me he had just sold off his personal collection of kits he'd had as a young man and a teenager. So these things were 30, 40 years old. And he'd sold them to a local hobby shop. My first reaction was, oh no, missed opportunity. But then I realized that, wait a minute, I've got plenty of work as it is. Plus, he knew what they were worth. He got $40 or $50 a piece from them from the hobby shop. And but one of the things he said he had what he thought might have been an Airfix Bach 111 and Allegheny markings. Now, the only Airfix Bach 111 I'm aware of in the markings of a U.S. airline was Braniff. So I know Skymarks made an Allegheny one, but I don't really consider those kits because those are the things you just push together and they're already painted and everything. So if anybody knows of anybody that made a Bach 111 kit in Allegheny markings, I couldn't find anything on ScaleMates. I'm a little curious about that. There also was kits from Empire, but we didn't have a chance to talk too long, so I wasn't sure if he meant Empire the model company or Empire the airline, because that's a kind of an obscure airline, and even the company today would be considered a little obscure, but I'm just curious. Well, that's all I really have for this morning, guys. I just thought I would put out something quick. Take care of yourselves, and as always, model on.